In our daily grind, relationships often become background fixtures, their influence fading into the routine. But what if the quality of these connections is the very cornerstone of happiness and fulfillment? Today, we embark on a journey guided by the wisdom of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that transcends mere resilience in tough times. Stoicism teaches us the profound impact of surrounding ourselves with those who elevate us, who foster not just peace in adversity, but also inner growth and moral development. This isn't just about enduring negativity. It's about a conscious choice to walk a path illuminated by wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. We'll delve into 12 clear signs that might indicate the need to reevaluate certain relationships, perhaps even letting go. It's not just about removing negativity. It's about actively choosing a path that aligns with living a good life, as defined by Stoicism, a life rich in virtue and purpose. Whether you seek healthier connections or the courage for difficult decisions, this discussion equips you with tools to transform your approach to relationships. We'll navigate the art of letting go with grace, understanding that true peace of mind hinges on protecting our most precious asset, inner tranquility. If this resonates with you, the simplest act of support is subscribing. Additionally, to grasp the full depth of this exploration, we encourage you to watch the entire video, ensuring you capture the essence of the discussion on cultivating strong, enriching relationships, a key ingredient in living a truly good life according to Stoicism. Consistent lack of respect. In the tapestry of any healthy relationship, respect serves as the golden thread, the very foundation upon which all interactions are built. Stoicism, a philosophy emphasizing virtue and reason, recognizes this deeply. Respect aligns closely with the principle of justice, which demands treating others with fairness and dignity. Therefore, a persistent lack of respect is a critical violation on two fronts: interpersonal ethics and Stoic principles. Imagine constantly being treated with a disregard that pales in comparison to the courtesy you offer. It's like having your dignity chipped away, piece by piece, with each inconsiderate word or action. This erosion isn't just unpleasant. It's a glaring sign that the relationship is fundamentally misaligned with the Stoic goal of living virtuously. For Stoics, every interaction holds the potential to practice virtues like wisdom and justice. When someone repeatedly disrespects you, they not only harm your well-being, but also hinder your ability to live according to these principles. Such disregard, whether expressed through words, actions, or even neglect, is a stark indicator that something is fundamentally amiss. Stoicism, however, teaches us not to react with anger or resentment, for these are natural but ultimately unhelpful responses. Instead, it guides us to respond with reason, clear judgment, and a measured detachment from emotions. This means recognizing the lack of respect for what it is, a deviation from virtuous living. It's not about assigning blame or harboring bitterness, but about understanding how another's actions impact your journey towards a good life. With this understanding comes the opportunity to calmly and rationally decide whether such a relationship can continue to hold a significant place in your life. Recognizing and addressing a consistent lack of respect isn't simply a reaction. It's a proactive measure to safeguard your mental well-being and moral integrity. It's about making a choice that aligns with Stoic values. It's about refusing to accept less than you deserve, and stepping away from relationships that go against your principles of living justly and with dignity. This isn't just self-protection. It's an assertion of your worth and a commitment to the Stoic pursuit of virtue. By prioritizing your well-being and upholding your values, you demonstrate your dedication to living a life of reason and integrity, a core tenet of Stoicism. Negative effects on mental health. The people we surround ourselves with have a profound and undeniable impact on our mental well-being. Stoicism, a philosophy emphasizing tranquility and inner peace, teaches us the importance of maintaining this state. It doesn't advocate for suppressing emotions, but rather understanding and managing them effectively, especially when influenced by others. If you frequently find yourself feeling anxious, depressed, or stressed due to someone's influence, It's a clear warning sign. Such a relationship might be causing more harm than good. Stoicism goes beyond simply enduring hardships. It encourages us to cultivate environments that nurture our well-being. Relationships that consistently drain your emotional energy or leave you feeling diminished can significantly hinder your ability to live a serene and purposeful life. The Stoics believe that our well-being is largely determined by our inner state, not external circumstances. However, they also recognize the importance of protecting our inner peace from disruptive influences. Seneca, a prominent Stoic thinker, often emphasized the importance of associating with people who uplift and inspire us. He suggested distancing ourselves from those who bring negativity into our lives. Reflecting on the impact of a relationship on your mental health isn't just about identifying negative emotions. It's about taking action to ensure you're not held captive by them. This might involve setting boundaries or even distancing yourself from those who consistently disrupt your peace of mind. Such actions aren't about escaping discomfort, but rather actively choosing a path that aligns with Stoic virtues. It's about pursuing a life marked by rationality, emotional resilience, and most importantly, peace. When a relationship consistently undermines your mental health, it's a signal to reassess and potentially recalibrate your social connections. This isn't a failure to endure hardship, but a strategic decision to foster a healthier and more harmonious life. The ultimate goal of Stoic practice. By taking charge of your social circle and prioritizing your well-being, you're actively choosing a path towards living a more serene and fulfilling life. Misaligned values. Our core beliefs and values are the guiding stars that illuminate our path through life's labyrinth. They empower us to navigate complex situations and make choices that resonate with our deepest selves. However, when these fundamental principles clash head-on with those held dear by someone close, internal turmoil can erupt. Stoicism, a philosophy emphasizing harmony and unwavering integrity, views such misalignments as more than mere inconveniences. They become critical challenges. The Stoics believe that inner peace blossomed from a life guided by virtue and governed by reason. When a loved one subscribes to a value system that contradicts ours, it throws our equilibrium into disarray. Imagine honesty being a cornerstone of your identity, yet a close friend consistently bends the truth. This fundamental discrepancy creates a constant undercurrent of tension and unease. Over time, such conflicts erode the trust and respect that are the lifeblood of healthy relationships. Stoicism goes a step further, urging us to critically examine the company we keep and ensure it fosters both moral and personal growth. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic thinker, championed the importance of surrounding oneself with individuals who embody the virtues we strive for. When our core values diverge from those of our associates, it hinders our Stoic journey. We may find ourselves compromising our principles or perpetually wrestling with ethical dilemmas. Addressing these misalignments requires a thoughtful evaluation of the relationship. Open and honest conversations, where both parties can articulate their values and explore the possibility of mutual understanding or compromise, might be necessary. However, when the chasm between values is insurmountable, it may be time to reevaluate the relationship's place in your life. This isn't about casting judgment or labeling the other person as wrong. It's about acknowledging that not all relationships contribute to our personal and ethical development. Recognizing and addressing misaligned values is paramount. It's not just about maintaining internal harmony. It's about ensuring that our relationships propel us forward on our path towards a virtuous and fulfilling life. This alignment is the cornerstone of the Stoic pursuit of tranquility and, ultimately, happiness. Feeling constantly drained. In any healthy relationship, the flow of energy should resemble a revitalizing spring, not a stagnant swamp. When interactions with someone leave you consistently drained, it's a glaring sign that the dynamics are out of alignment with the core principles of Stoicism. This philosophy, centered on rational living and self-preservation, emphasizes the importance of guarding our internal energy and using it wisely. Stoic giants like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius champion nurturing, reciprocal relationships, They understood that connections that exhaust our emotional and physical reserves are detrimental to a flourishing life. Feeling drained after interacting with someone isn't a trivial inconvenience. It's a profound depletion of the very resources you need to live a good, productive life. According to Stoicism, this constant drain can manifest in various ways. Emotional fatigue, a sense of dread about future interactions, or even physical exhaustion. These symptoms scream that the relationship is costing more than it provides, a situation Stoics would argue is unsustainable and unwise. Every relationship, according to their philosophy, should contribute to your well-being and propel you towards becoming a better, more virtuous person. Taking action in such situations requires thoughtful introspection. Why does this relationship drain you? Is it a lack of mutual support, a constant barrage of negativity, or one-sided interactions? Identifying the root cause is the first step in deciding how to address the issue. This may involve honest communication about your feelings, setting firmer boundaries, or, in extreme cases where the relationship is irreparable, considering distancing yourself to preserve your peace and well-being. Remember, managing these draining interactions isn't just about purging negativity from your life. It's about making room for more enriching, supportive, and meaningful connections. Relationships that align with Stoic ideals of mutual respect and personal growth are the ones you should cultivate. Each interaction should enhance your life, not detract from it, allowing you to not only thrive, but also contribute positively to the lives of others around you. By prioritizing these qualities in your relationships, you'll be well on your way to living a life that is both harmonious and flourishing. Manipulation. In the realm of Stoicism, authenticity and clarity are not just virtues, they're the foundation for a life of harmony. They allow us to live in genuine alignment with our inner compass and navigate the world with clear eyes. But this path of integrity is directly challenged by manipulation. A manipulator is a weaver of illusions, reshaping reality to serve their own ends, often at the expense of the manipulated. This web of deceit can cloud our judgment, leading us to make choices that deviate from the Stoic ideal, a life guided by reason and virtue. The tactics of manipulation in relationships can be as blatant as outright lies, or as insidious as emotional manipulation tactics like guilt-tripping or gaslighting, where our very perception of reality is twisted and our memories questioned. For Stoics, this is a fundamental violation. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of seeing the world for what it truly is, unclouded by external distortions. When someone manipulates us, they're essentially hijacking our ability to make sound judgments based on accurate perceptions. Combating manipulation requires a steadfast commitment to Stoic principles. We must relentlessly pursue truth, live with unwavering integrity, and fiercely protect our autonomy. This might involve establishing clear boundaries with the manipulator or becoming acutely aware of the telltale signs of manipulative behavior. It's critical to reaffirm our core values and commit to actions that uphold them, rather than succumbing to impulsive reactions in the face of manipulative tactics. The Stoic practice of reflection also plays a vital role in confronting manipulation. Taking time to examine the dynamics of the relationship and our own responses allows for a deeper understanding. This introspection can reveal whether the relationship can be salvaged through honest communication and a mutual desire for change, or whether a more drastic step, like severing ties, is necessary. In Stoicism, preserving one's moral integrity and inner peace often necessitates making tough decisions, especially when faced with the need to protect ourselves from harmful influences. Escaping a manipulative relationship isn't just about distancing ourselves from negativity. It's about realigning ourselves with the fundamental Stoic goal of living truthfully and authentically. This realignment allows for clearer thinking, wiser decision-making, and a profound sense of peace, all cornerstones of the Stoic way of life. It's a journey of self-discovery, where we reclaim our power to perceive the world clearly and chart a course based on our authentic selves and unwavering principles. Lack of trust. Trust isn't merely an accessory in a relationship. It's the very bedrock upon which all connections are built. Imagine a grand building. No matter how impressive the facade, without a solid foundation, it crumbles. In the Stoic philosophy, trust intricately intertwines with the virtue of justice, emphasizing fairness, honesty, and reliability, qualities indispensable for any profound and meaningful connection. Without trust, relationships become unstable, riddled with anxieties and doubts that act as a barrier to genuine intimacy and connection. Stoicism teaches us the importance of dependability and truthfulness. It's not just about possessing virtuous qualities. It's about fostering an environment where trust can flourish. When trust is lacking, it's often a red flag that Stoic values aren't being upheld. This absence can lead to a domino effect of negativity, suspicion replacing openness, fear overtaking hope. Instead of moving forward together, individuals become guarded, constantly on the lookout for potential betrayal. Addressing the lack of trust requires a return to Stoic principles. It necessitates honest self-reflection and open communication. We must ask ourselves, are my actions contributing to this lack of trust? Am I being as transparent and reliable as I can be? Stoicism encourages us to confront these questions head-on, advocating for integrity and straightforwardness as the path to rebuilding trust. If the trust issues stem from the other party, a Stoic might approach the situation with empathy and understanding, yet remain firm in setting necessary boundaries. This could involve initiating difficult conversations to uncover the root of the problem, or it might necessitate taking decisive action if the issues seem insurmountable. In some cases, maintaining your own peace of mind and adherence to Stoic virtues may require distancing yourself from relationships where trust cannot be restored. Trust is crucial not only for the health and longevity of relationships, but also for the very practice of Stoicism itself. Stoicism values the tranquility that comes from knowing you're in a reliable and secure relationship. When trust is absent, it's a clear signal to reevaluate and potentially recalibrate the dynamics of the relationship, aligning them with Stoic ideals. This process is not just about fostering better connections with others, but about staying true to oneself and one's philosophical commitments. By nurturing trust, we strengthen the foundation of our relationships and, in turn, cultivate the inner peace that Stoicism strives for. Abuse of any kind. Stoicism stands as an unwavering condemnation of abuse in all its forms: physical, emotional, and verbal. These actions directly contradict the core Stoic principle of treating every human being with inherent worth and respect. Abuse, in any guise, undermines the very foundation of a virtuous and meaningful life, as envisioned by Stoic philosophy. Enduring such treatment is never seen as a virtue. Rather, Stoics champion the preservation of self-respect and personal well-being above all else. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic thinker, emphasized the importance of maintaining an inner citadel, a fortress within ourselves that remains unbreached by external misfortunes and injustices, including abuse. This inner citadel represents our ability to hold firm to our principles and safeguard our mental peace. Recognizing and addressing abuse is crucial not only for personal safety, but also for maintaining mental health and human dignity. The Stoic approach to dealing with such violations involves a clear and immediate distancing from the source of abuse. This is not about retaliation or clinging to negative emotions. It's about making a rational decision to remove oneself from situations that are harmful and violate Stoic principles. Distancing from abuse aligns perfectly with the Stoic practice of self-care, which is essential for nurturing a life of virtue. It's about being proactive in preserving one's well-being, ensuring that our environment and relationships contribute positively to our moral and philosophical goals. If you find yourself facing any form of abuse, it's critical to take steps to protect yourself and seek help if needed. Stoicism is not just about enduring hardship passively. It also teaches the importance of acting wisely and courageously in the face of mistreatment. This action should always be directed towards safeguarding your dignity and well-being. It might involve reaching out to trusted friends, family, or professionals who can provide support and guidance in taking the necessary steps to ensure your safety and respect. Remember, Stoicism empowers you to not just weather the storm of abuse, but to navigate it with wisdom and courage, ultimately emerging with your dignity and well-being intact. Lack of growth or mutual support. Stoicism places personal and moral growth at the very core of its philosophy. It views life as a continuous journey of improvement and learning, a path best walked not alone, but with the support of others. This emphasis on synergia, or mutual cooperation, highlights the crucial role of relationships in our moral development and self-improvement. Imagine a relationship as a reciprocal exchange. Ideally, both partners challenge and support each other on the path to becoming better human beings. This support goes beyond mere encouragement during tough times. It involves actively contributing to each other's growth through honest feedback, shared experiences, and constant encouragement to live by one's principles. However, a relationship devoid of growth or mutual support can feel like an anchor, holding you back while the world around you progresses. This stagnation can manifest as dissatisfaction, a sense of unrealized potential, or a general feeling that something is missing. In Stoic practice, such a scenario demands introspection and decisive action. Addressing the absence of growth and support might involve initiating open and honest conversations about your needs and expectations within the relationship. It could also mean redefining the relationship's goals, or in some cases, recognizing that the relationship may no longer be conducive to your development. Stoicism teaches that distancing oneself from relationships that hinder one's pursuit of a virtuous life can be a courageous and reasonable action. After all, for Stoics, every relationship presents an opportunity to practice virtue and help each other progress towards wisdom and happiness. A relationship that fails to contribute to this goal becomes not just a neutral element in your life, but a potential obstacle that needs to be addressed. Therefore, recognizing and addressing the lack of growth and support isn't just about seeking personal satisfaction. It's about aligning your relationships with your core values and striving towards the Stoic ideal of a flourishing life, a life filled with virtue, wisdom, and meaningful connections that contribute to your overall well-being. Persistent selfish behavior. Far from being a cold and emotionless philosophy, Stoicism views relationships as a vital training ground for virtue. Here, generosity, fairness, and reciprocity become the cornerstones of a healthy bond. A relationship thrives on the dynamic exchange of giving and receiving. When one partner consistently prioritizes their own needs and desires, this imbalance creates a situation at odds with Stoic ethics, which emphasize the importance of mutual benefit and support. This one-sided dynamic not only undermines the very integrity of the relationship, but also hinders the personal and moral development that Stoicism champions. Imagine a seesaw perpetually tilted towards one person. This lack of equilibrium disrupts the balance necessary for any healthy partnership. Stoicism teaches us that virtue lies in finding that center point, in exercising self-control. Translated to relationships, this means each person considers the well-being of the other as equal to their own. A relationship marked by persistent selfishness becomes a breeding ground for resentment and dissatisfaction, slowly eroding the trust and affection that bind us. Addressing such behavior requires honest introspection and open communication. Stoic practices encourage individuals to express their concerns calmly and clearly, focusing on the impact of the behavior rather than resorting to blame. It's about initiating a dialogue that seeks to restore balance and foster a more generous spirit within the relationship. However, Stoicism also recognizes the importance of self-respect and individual autonomy. If efforts to restore balance prove futile, Stoicism advocates for the wisdom to recognize when a situation is beyond one's control. In such cases, it might be prudent to distance oneself from relationships that are fundamentally unvirtuous. Every interaction, in the Stoic view, becomes an opportunity to practice virtue. A relationship tainted by persistent selfishness is not just a personal challenge, but a philosophical one. It stands in the way of living a good life, a life defined by mutual respect, support, and the continuous growth of all individuals involved. Recognizing and addressing such challenges is not only about ensuring personal happiness, but also about adhering to a moral and ethical way of life that enriches both oneself and others. By nurturing healthy, balanced relationships, we not only cultivate virtue within ourselves, but also contribute to a more flourishing and empathetic world. Destructive communication. Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on reason and wisdom, permeates every aspect of life, including communication. Effective communication within any relationship goes beyond mere honesty. It should be constructive, uplifting, and reflect our core virtues. Our words have the power to build others up or tear them down. Persistent negativity, expressed through criticism, sarcasm, or belittling, erodes the very foundation of trust and respect. The pillars of a healthy relationship. The damage from destructive communication goes beyond immediate hurt. It warps how people perceive each other, slowly chipping away at trust and affection. The Stoic approach tackles this by urging mindful examination of both the content and delivery of our words. We are encouraged to control our reactions, choosing language that aligns with principles of justice and kindness. This translates to actively seeking positivity and support in our conversations. When disagreements arise, the focus shifts from winning arguments or belittling the other person to solving the conflict and rebuilding understanding. Transforming destructive communication requires deliberate effort. This might involve setting goals for how we speak and respond in conversations. It could mean actively listening or even seeking professional help to hone our communication skills. Self-reflection, a cornerstone of Stoicism, plays a crucial role. We must regularly assess our communication habits, considering if they align with our ethical and philosophical values. However, Stoicism also recognizes the importance of protecting one's well-being. In situations where negative communication persists and becomes detrimental, distancing oneself might be necessary. This decision, guided by Stoic wisdom, is not taken lightly. It's a necessary step towards maintaining a virtuous life, one that is not clouded by constant discord. Disregard for personal needs. Stoicism recognizes that respecting personal needs and boundaries is the cornerstone of both self-respect and healthy relationships. Ignoring or dismissing these aspects creates a precarious imbalance, fostering an environment ripe for disrespect and dissatisfaction. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes clear communication and mutual respect as the bedrock of strong relationships. When someone consistently disregards or diminishes your needs, it's a clear message that your well-being is not a priority. This disregard can manifest in various ways: constantly overstepping boundaries, making unilateral decisions that impact both parties, or failing to acknowledge and validate your feelings and preferences. Such behaviors not only erode trust and equality in the relationship, but also chip away at your individual sense of worth and autonomy, which are key aspects Stoics strive to protect. Addressing these issues begins with recognizing and firmly establishing your own needs and boundaries. From a Stoic perspective, this isn't selfishness, but self-care. It's ensuring you don't compromise your moral and emotional well-being to maintain a superficial peace. The next step is to communicate these needs clearly and assertively to your partner or friend. This dialogue shouldn't be confrontational, but rather an opportunity to educate the other person about your needs and their importance in sustaining a healthy relationship. However, if after open communication, the disregard for your needs persists, it might be necessary to reevaluate the relationship's dynamics. Stoicism teaches the importance of surrounding yourself with people who uplift and contribute positively to your life. If a relationship consistently creates more turmoil than tranquility, despite your efforts, it might be wise to distance yourself. This isn't an act of aggression or abandonment, but a measured decision to prioritize your well-being and moral integrity. Key tenets of a Stoic life. While Stoicism values social connection and encourages facing adversity with courage and resilience, it also emphasizes living true to one's principles. A relationship that fundamentally disregards your needs is likely incompatible with the Stoic pursuit of a harmonious and virtuous life. Lack of mutual accountability. In any relationship, Mutual accountability isn't a bonus feature, it's the bedrock. Stoicism, with its emphasis on personal responsibility, elevates accountability to a core virtue. This two-way street fosters trust and respect, the essential pillars for a strong and lasting connection. When accountability is missing, misunderstandings multiply like weeds, slowly choking the life out of trust, the very foundation of healthy interactions. Stoic practice encourages us to turn the mirror inward, to examine our actions and take ownership of them. This includes recognizing when our behavior has hurt someone and making amends where possible. The absence of this mutual accountability creates an unbalanced dynamic, one where resentment festers and voices go unheard. This imbalance is a recipe for disaster because, from a Stoic perspective, relationships should be a springboard for mutual support and growth, helping each person live a more virtuous life. Addressing a lack of mutual accountability requires open and honest communication. Talk openly